The Olympic rower Mahe Drysdale says he's probably in the best shape he's been in leading into an Olympics, 3 months out from the Games in Rio. Drysdale has had to overcome sickness and injury in the lead up to the 2008 and 2012 Olympics. In Beijing, he won bronze despite suffering from a serious stomach bug. Remember, at the end of the race, he was just vomiting. And in London, he won gold despite a serious bike accident 6 weeks before the Games. Really damaged himself, still went on to win gold. As he approaches Rio, he's brutally fit and, touch wood, in rude good health. But so too is his rival, Ondrej Synek, a Czech rower with 2 silvers from his previous Olympic appearances. This is one of the great individual rivalries in sport in the world at the moment. Since 2005, the Czech and the Kiwi have won the world champs between them. Only them. Battling for supremacy, sometimes with less than a second between them. It's a duel that is going to resume in Rio in August.
Yeah, it is. It's been a rivalry that I certainly relish. While it would be nice to go and win everything with no competition, I think it's more satisfying when you get one over someone that is certainly capable of beating you. And I know London was hugely satisfying, given the circumstances and knowing what a fight that was. And we basically rode each other to a stupor in the end. And if you watch that last sort of 250 metres, we're slowing down and the rest of the field are coming back because we'd probably both pushed ourselves beyond the limits, and that's absolutely fantastic. But when you lose a world championship title like last year by 0.3 of a second, while you certainly relish that environment, it also hurts a lot, to lose those tight ones. So hopefully in Rio we'll get back one over him again.
Mahe, can you take me back to the last 250 in London? How much is your body hurting? What's it telling you? What's going on?
Basically, your body's saying, look, it's you could just stop now. You're done. Just it's not the end of the world if you stop, and that's where your mind's just got to say, keep going. But I guess took a little bit of a calculated risk in London. With about 500 to go, I knew I wasn't clear enough. I knew that I just didn't want to give Ondrej at all a sniff, and so I just put everything into that sort of 500 to 250 to go. And by the time I got to 250, I knew I still had 30 strokes, but I didn't have the energy to sort of put those down. And I for a little bit there was 8 strokes basically, where I thought he was coming back at me, and I knew I didn't have enough left to be able to withstand his challenge. So I just hung on, and then it was 8 strokes after the 250 buoy. I saw him turn around, and his shoulders just slumped, and that was the moment that I knew that I was going to win if I could just hold it together. I had 20 strokes to the line, and I thought of 20 different ways I could have stuffed it up. So it wasn't probably the finest part of my rowing career, but certainly the result was exactly what I wanted.
Except in a way, I know what you mean technically and all of that stuff, but in a way you played your cards, you backed yourself at 500, and then you found these enormous reserves of strength and willpower. And that's what makes good athletes great, isn't it? That extra stuff.
It is. That's part of rowing is you've got to sometimes just go beyond what you think you're capable of. And I guess with Dick Tonks as a coach, there's been plenty of moments in training where I've gone beyond what I thought was possible. But that's part of it is you've got to push yourself in those training sessions so that when you get to that moment, although London was tough, I'd been there before and I knew what it was like, and obviously I was able to hold on, and that's exactly what you're trying to do in that preparation.
Can we talk about Rio? You're 37. You look in magnificent nick, and I don't want to objectify you inappropriately on national radio, Mahe, but you're looking fantastic. Can you do it again? Can you defend your gold?
That's definitely the plan. I guess things are looking pretty positive in my training. I'm in good shape. But as we've spoken about, I've got a great rival in Ondrej Synek, and it's going to come down to who can put it together on the day. But I'm very confident in the experience. I know I've done it before. And I know how to do it. So, I'm very confident that I'll be in a great spot in Rio. And I guess in a lot of sense, there's going to be an enormous amount of pressure on Ondrej. And, he hasn't done it before. And, he hasn't experienced being an Olympic champion. He's, twice a silver medalist. And, that's really, I guess, my job. I've got to hand him the silver medal and hope that he's happy with that so I can keep the gold.